Good morning, everybody. So today is Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. Today in math, we are going to do an extension to our Google Classroom, and this is going to be called Boom Learning. Now, we're going to be using our Boom Learning and our Boom cards to reinforce and review some of the concepts that we've already been learning in math. So right now, as we are working through how to navigate Google Classroom and how to navigate this new platform, we're gonna keep it kind of simple, and I'm not putting too much pressure on getting the work done right away. Next week, I do want to really get back on task of where we're at in our math lessons and making sure that we're getting our work done. I know that these past couple weeks have been a lot, and there's been a lot of new challenges and a lot of learning, and we are all continuing to grow together. I'm going to post a video showing you how to navigate through Boom Learning and what exactly this website is going to do for us. This is our Boom cards, and you can get to it by typing in boomlearning.com up in the URL. Now, I've already imported everyone on the Google Classroom to this so that they can review and reinforce some of the things that we've been learning in our lessons in math. All you need to do is press on the students, and here you are going to sign in with Google. So we'll click on that, and you're going to choose your account. So I'm going to click on this one right here, and it'll load me up into the student section. And here I can see any assignments that have been posted to me, and I can see where I'm at with my cards, what deck level I'm on, and everything like that. So when you log on to the Boom cards, you're just going to type in Boom Learning up in the URL up here, and you will click on Students, and it'll give you the option to sign in with Boom or sign in with Google. Now, since we already have a Google Classroom and I've imported everyone from there, we're just going to sign in with our Google account, and we're going to click on the email that's associated with that. And now I'm on my student login page, and I can see any assignments that have been posted for me. So at the top, it'll say classroom list, and you're in Miss Becca's kindergartners class. And here's my name as your teacher. And then you'll see decks assigned. Now these are the small assignments I'm going to be giving everybody to continue to reinforce and review topics that we've already learned in class. Now, right now we're just doing math, but I am going to start adding some assignments that are related to language arts and comprehension as well in phonics. So the first one, you'll just go ahead and you'll click on the deck that I've assigned. All right, so this one is making up sums of 10. So you're going to move the fish to help find an answer and finish the math equation. So I have one already in one tank, and I need to find out how many more I need to make 10. So I'll continue counting on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I added 9 fish into that tank, so I'll type in 9, and I'll press enter, and it'll move me on to the next page. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I put in 8, enter, and then it'll continue on. Up top, you'll see how many questions or how many cards are left, and you'll see this little line telling you about how far through the assignment that you are. And once you get to the end, you're all finished. If you are having difficulties with it and you're giving up, you can press give up right here. You can surrender your cards, or you could submit all your answers and finish there. So I think everyone kind of gets the gist of what's going on now. So we're just gonna go ahead and save and quit where I'm at now. And then we can see how far we've made it through and how far we need to get through so that we can master it. And you will see that you'll start gaining points as you continue working through these assignments. These are going to be just like extra assignments that we can do to review things that we have already covered and kind of reinforce some of the skills and concepts that we've covered in our class. In math, everybody has been working on a different level, and I think that this online learning is really going to help everyone get to the point that we're all working towards. And if you want to challenge yourself and you want to work further, this will give us the opportunity to continue to grow and challenge ourselves even more. While we work through these lessons on Google Classroom, I'm trying to get most of these lessons set up so that you can work at your own pace. Now, since we're working from home and we don't have as many distractions as we normally do in the classroom, we're not trying to quiet everybody down, we're not trying to transition from going to bathroom breaks and drinking water and lining up for specials or for lunch. We will be able to get a little bit more work done since we're focusing mostly on our work while we're here. So I'm expecting that everyone should be able to get through at least a lesson or two each day. And I'm going to make sure that I can post a video going over the concept in the lesson that you're going to be learning inside of our Google Slides. So you can watch my video teaching the concept, and then you can flip through the slides and see how we work through those problems. And then there are going to be a couple slides that you can interact with and solve the problems. And then afterwards you're gonna go on to boom cards or the boom learning so that you can reinforce that learning and so that you can review other concepts. In Scholastics today, we're going to be learning about our 5 senses. So do you guys remember what our 5 senses are? They are our sense of sight, our sense of hearing, our sense of smell, our sense of taste, and our sense of touch. So while we learn about those 5 senses, we are going to be watching a video called That New Animal. When you watch this, I want you to pay attention to the different senses that are happening in this video. And I'm going to post an assignment on Google Classroom so that you can write down the different senses that are happening. So I'll have a column for sight, a column for hearing, a column for smelling, a column for tasting, and a column for touching. And I want you to write down what happened in the video that showed that sense. After you're finished with the video, I want you to read the story, Let's Explore the 5 Senses with City Dog and Country Dog. And when you're finished with that, we're gonna have those little activities at the end where you're matching your words and you're saying what happened first, what happened in the middle, and what happened at the end. After you're finished with the book, you're going to watch the 5 senses, and then there's a little activity at the end of that so that you can have some fun with the food that you're going to eat for lunch or for snack later. Let's take a moment and look at our caterpillars and see how they have been changing. Yesterday we looked at them and there were a few of them already making that J shape at the top of the container, and I think a few more have gone up and maybe some changes have already started happening. What do you think may have changed with our caterpillars today? And what do you think is going to happen after today? What do you think is going to happen tomorrow or the next day? Our caterpillars are beginning to make a very exciting change in their containers right now. They've all been making that J shape and have begun making their chrysalis so that they can start turning into the butterfly. So I'll bring you in so that you can take a look at how much of a change it is between just making that J shape and what that chrysalis is going to start looking like. And in this first one, you can see that very front guy is making the J shape, but the one right behind it is in that chrysalis. So he doesn't quite look like a caterpillar anymore. He looks like he has a hard casing around him. And that is the beginning stages of their chrysalis and cocoon so that they can start turning into a butterfly. Now I have another one in the back, and this one who is making the chrysalis. And I have a few with the J shape, and I have 2 caterpillars that still need to get to the very top. In my third container, I have 3 caterpillars making their J shape, and 2 are in their chrysalis. There's one in the front, and there's one a little bit further in the back, if you can see him. And then in my last container, it looks like I have 3 chrysales and 2 J-shaped caterpillars. So there is a look at all 4 of our containers. They are going to continue working on their chrysales, and once everyone is in their chrysales and it's hardened up a bit, then we're going to move them into their big butterfly tent. And don't forget to write down in your journals what is happening, draw your picture, and do not forget to date it. You can write your date like this, or March is the 3rd month in our year, so you can, instead of writing March, you can write 3/25/2020. Either one of those works, and either one you'll be able to look back in the future and see what the date was when these things were happening with our caterpillars. Next week, I'd like to get started with comprehension and start working through some of the books that we would be reading if we were in the classroom, and working through some of the questions and writing out some of the sentences that show our comprehension skills. And that way we can kind of all interact together and answer questions together, and so that everybody can read the book all at the same time. So let me know when is a good time for everyone to sign on at the same time. Are we working more towards morning times or afternoon times? What works best for you? We are also going to start introducing our specials again so that we can continue our learning in art, our languages. I believe music is going to come up. I don't know what other specials are going to be joining along with us, but I will let you know what they're planning for those. So far, our art teacher has reached out to us, and she is looking to schedule us for when we would normally have our art class, which is on Wednesdays from 1 to 1:45. I believe she's going to try and do a Zoom meeting, so everyone will have to try and sign in at the same time so that they can follow along with her as she teaches these new art drawings and concepts to everybody. I see that some of you have already done some postings on Google Classroom, and I think that is absolutely awesome. I posted a video yesterday explaining how you can sign in and find your assignments on a desktop computer or a laptop. I did also find out that you can sign on tablets and phones as well, and you can also submit assignments that way. You can also write it down on a piece of paper and take a picture of it, or you can print out the slides and fill it in that way and take a picture of it. I know with the Apple phone, there is a way to sign in onto the notes and scan the document in, and that way it's a lot more of a clear picture that you can submit as well. So I will try and post a video showing how to work through submitting assignments on the tablet and how to take a picture and scan an item into your notes on the iPhone. I am sorry, I do not know Android that well, and I don't have any Androids here to explore on there, but if you find a way that you can scan items on Android and you let me know, then I'll spread the message to other parents and other students here so that they can do that as well if it is easiest for them to do that. I just want to say that I am so proud of you all, and you have been doing such a great job getting these assignments in and doing the work that you need to. Don't forget to sign in onto RazKids and do your reading there. I seen that a lot of you have really branched out in your reading and have been reading a lot of really interesting books. You've taken on the listening tab, which is really cool, especially if you want to read a more advanced book and you want to learn more about those topics. Continue doing the reading. I do want to see a little bit more reading on there. I think the listening is awesome, but I do want to see you practicing your reading. There is also an option that you can record your voice during the reading so that you can hear how you've been doing the reading. As always, if you have any questions or comments, you want to let me know how things are going with you all and your learning, please send me a message on Class Dojo. You can email me, and there is also ways to write a comment under a specific assignment on the Google Classroom. You can also add things to the storyline and the streamline so that everybody can see the same question. Maybe you are having trouble submitting something and maybe everybody else is kind of having that same trouble, and we can all work through it and see it on the same feed. So let me know what's going on. Let me know what I can do to help you all the best way. And if you want to have some one-on-one time, I am absolutely up for setting up a meeting so that we can do some FaceTiming. I do want to start scheduling some one-on-one FaceTimes by next week so that we can interact and see how we're progressing while doing this online learning. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.